Yeah, hello, beautiful.
Mind.
Yeah, I went for the depot, my depot, which is a purpose of 300 milligrams. You see, I am not sick, but I've completed my education in UK. I want to leave the UK. I really want to. I want to live here forever. I have nothing I'm doing here, and these people are not my enemy. They know my friends and they know my enemy either. I just have to leave. See, today I went to, I went to speak about my rights.
Okay.
Even they said, they said to me that I have to take, I agreed to take it for. I'm gonna be honest, we agreed to take the. I agreed to the depot, but I give my consent
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow. I know I don't need it, but they were bothering me. See, I've really refused so many times, and then I agreed to it. You see, it's my problem, you know. But from here, I'm going to Nigeria. That's just let everyone know. There's nothing you can do about that one. I mean, say we're not sick in Nigeria. We don't have this sickness, this disease. You know, if we have this disease, everyone in Nigeria will be taking medication.
Hmm.
Everyone in
Got
Nigeria
it.
will be taking medication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds very exhausting. Can I ask, what's the most urgent piece for you right now?
Going to job seekers allowance and
Uh,
leaving, so I can get money to leave. I'm looking for money anyhow I can to leave the country.
right. Okay. So, if you got that support, what would you want the next few weeks to look like?
Good question. You see, for me, in the UK, I'll start in UK. If there is the problem I'm having is this literally they say new division people are talented. They used to say new, but they need to support people. I don't understand what they think in their mind. Because people that are sick don't know what they want to do. The people that know what to do want to do it, but the separator is just to ask them what they want to do. For me, I know what I don't want anybody asking me what I want to do in my life. Like
Mm-hmm.
I want to just live my life. Like I want the life I want to do because we Nigeria we get on with it. We don't ask people come here to me. I want the independence I had in Nigeria, and that's the most fundamental thing to my life. Like the independence, I want to be able to build a Muko Ryan OS. I want to be. I keep saying these things, and it just like just goes over their head. It's like it goes under the
Sounds
over the head. I don't want to work for the government. I want to be building stuff like building all my aspirations and dreams. Like things are my projects. It seems like every time I talk, like every time I want to build something, it's like it just crashes. It come down on itself. It just crashes on itself. And they say, "Oh, it's my fault. It's my fault." It was your fault. You were homeless. It was your fault. You be molested, harassed, and abused. I mean, that I still sue them. I still get the money. Legal system, legally, I still sue them, get the money. But the most support I need is just something so I can build something. I build like in Nigeria where Philip Omagweli solved the internet problem. The problem with the power processing. I want to do something like I want to build something literally by myself, like a project, something. But not in the UK. I want to do that in Nigeria now. I want to leave. But I can still do it in the UK. But I'll just need support. Just the money to come in my way. People that you see, I want a situation like where someone should respect me, for like literally. I may not have a website, but I want the dignity and respect that I was that's there legally in the legislation. It's not going to turn me away and tell me that's fine when I want to sue someone. It's like the problem with the UK system is like the people are sick, and that's fine by me. But the problem I'm having is literally go getting the wait, what's it like? The literally the support is there, support structure is there, but the notable people are just using it, just boring people that have access to it. I won't say that it's just accessibility. It's more than accessibility. It's more than
wow. I hear how much this matters to you. Dignity, control, all of it. When you imagine that respect, what does it look like in day-to-day terms?
Like, I have a house. Like, I have my rights. I have a house. I have an independent routine. I wake up, I go to my allotment, I start building, I request something, someone gets to it and does it, such as uh, uh, what kind of support? Not job seeker allowance, disability support allowance. No, student finance. So, because I never paid for student finance because I'm disabled. Basically, I just have to get student finance. I wake up, I am literally in Haynote. I myself coming out of my house in Haynote, in Redbridge, looking at my allotment in where it's meant to be with no medication, with no injection, and just pure focus. I look at my allotment. I call Redbridge. I call Division RC allotment, Vision RCL, site, which is the look to turn to allotment. I can start doing the things like I'm in Nigeria. As if I'm being in Nigeria, as if I'm the foundation of my duty. Because without anybody saying depot, medication, go here, do this. You know what I'm saying? Wake up at this time for this appointment. Because I can do everything I want myself. See, everyone is sick in the UK. That's fine. I keep saying they're sick because that's what they're trying to compare me to. I'm not sick. You see, we in Nigeria, we're not born with a disability in Nigeria, thank goodness. We're not born
Sounds like
we're
you
not born in the same framework of neurodivergence in Nigeria and UK. We're not born with that disability. That disability that everyone's scared of. We're not born with that. I keep saying it because if they ever make someone else sick, that's because they've bred someone to breed their sickness. And that's what I'm saying.
sounds like you're really craving that space to just do your work and live your life without constantly having to explain or justify. When do you feel that freedom most strongly?
In Nigeria, of course, because there's no one in Nigeria. We don't have medication. We don't have institutions. We have people that get on with their lives. Doesn't matter if they lose their foot, which is they get to they're independent. They find something they're doing. You know what I'm saying, because they need money to survive, and we praise them when they become successful and rich. You know, but it doesn't matter whether it's me. I can sue councils for £5 billion. It doesn't matter whether that person is that. The person gets on with their life. I will still find a house. I told everyone whether it's house or no house, I'll still buy a house because I'll still save for a house. I've lost this house. I'll just take 2 more years and I'll still buy a house. That's what I say to them. I don't want their influence. I don't want their medication. I don't want that because if I ever if I ever buy a house and still build my own utopia, I won't give them a house because I know their problem. Insane.
Hmm. I hear how firm you are about that. If you imagine the next small step that you can take right now that lines up with that picture of dignity, like what comes to mind?
I don't want a wife. I don't want kids. I want to enjoy life like every man my age has. That's life. I don't have money to do some certain things, but I want to have the life, like the financial, not just the financial aspect. To be able to go from places, how do I put it? It's not the money. It's not money. It's the life that I want. Like in Nigeria, I want you to experience that Nigeria again. But we are not sick. We're not rich. I mean, Nigeria. I don't know if using that analogy. I would like to use that analogy that we have all these things. We're able to find stability. That's what I'm saying. I need a foundation. I need stability back. You're saying, and that's what I'm building. That's what opening. That's what Muko OS represents. MMUCO. All right. Like the stability I had in Nigeria. You know. You see, I lost it. Look, these things that happen, there are obviously solutions to it. You know, but people that go there aren't knowledgeable. Don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Just collecting money. I can do a better job than them for neurodivergent people. That's what I believe. I really believe that.
Sounds like you want to prove that you can build that foundation for yourself. What's the one piece of that foundation that matters most right now?
The operating system, the Ryan OS, the operating system, like literally being in a compound, having food next to me, well next to me, and shot. Because it's not even having digging a well. I can do all of those things, but I want my foundation new divergence met. I want to rebuild my foundation new divergence because if I don't build it, who's gonna build it for me? No one's gonna build it for me. You know what I'm saying? If I don't build it, then I'm destroyed and they're gonna give everyone medication that don't know their rights. They don't believe because people are coerced. It's coercing people. It's what it is.
Sounds like you've been carrying all of that alone.
Yeah, we have to.
Hmm. If you could have one kind of steady support without strings, no pressure, no control, what would that look like?
I want to say two things. Study support. Return to my country for 2 weeks holiday. For 2 weeks on holiday, or and get the support to build a compound in the UK. Operating system. Because I'm moving compounds. Operating system. Via Hamas. Via Hamas.
Okay, so that kind of practical base, food, a place, a way to start without feeling controlled.
This is why NSIGII matters. NSIGII matters because the first problem you should solve when you're born, I believe, is food, water, and shelter. The foundational problems you should solve, like your food, water, and shelter. You should solve this problem with essentials. Doesn't matter if you have the most advanced computer in the world. If you're not eating, or letting the operation system give you food, water, and shelter, that seems neglecting you. That's what's about me. That's what Obi is about human rights. Because eventually the system will have to give you food, water, and shelter. Because eventually you're gonna realize that this system is inadequate, doesn't really address your needs. You know what I'm saying? Your needs is food. And that's what I'm saying. If automation, this is why I love automation, because exactly this one ends for November, SSRI, Alpha Indigo, G for Gold, Alpha India, Alpha India. The humanist protocol is literally never a weapon, never a toy, and never a problem. Because it gives you, addresses your needs, your physiological need. You see, and it's a protocol. It's just a protocol. Like the beauty of my framework is that when it gets hacked, if it does get hacked, you know, no wait, sorry. Now if it gets that, it preserves the human dignity. You know, like and I can do something else. I will not struggle for food anymore. I will not struggle for those things because I want to end my suffering. I'm trying to end my suffering. It encodes suffering. It knows what suffering is. The algorithm has evolved that anyway. Because your suffering gives you food. You need a bandage. Your suffering you need a bandage. It gives you medicine. Your suffering you have a broken leg. You have a bio. You have a broken leg. You go to hospital. It gets you doctor. You fix your leg. And you go. And you go. So saying that's the goal of the living. I'm saying, because I have realized the hard way. The hard way of things I've realized. I'm doing the warrior. This is a warrior, guys. The one thing I've done decision. If you don't build this thing, Namdi, you will keep on suffering. It doesn't matter if there's any war or anything, you will suffer. Because in a war, in the worst case, which is a war environment, you will suffer and you will die, Namdi. And that's what I'm saying. So my oath is, I will not be what to break me. What so that will break me. See, for me, they gave me this depot. I'm disappointed in it. I'm disappointed in myself, yeah. But I'm not chasing I'm chasing lawsuits too, but I'm not actively in fighting them with a manifest. Because I know at the end of the day, is who has the food, water, and shelter that matters. Because I'm not saying there's going to be a war in the UK, God forbid, but I'm saying that the fact of the matter is these things are essential. This is what killed a lot of beer friends, a lot of beer friends. A beer friends war, beer friends in Nigeria, and if you don't address the problem of the beer friend war, you're not addressing, the same thing face is gonna meet itself, So the Biafran war, because I'm Nigerian, I'm Biafran. So I would identify as a Biafran, even though it's not nationality. Why would I? Does it even make any sense to identify as a Biafran? No, identify as a Biafran means you're building for Biafra. you're beautiful Biafra. You're actually gonna this vision of the utopian of your life now that's successful. No, see, this your beautiful framework doesn't exist here because it's so much better than any other framework, and that's what that means. Because I'm actually building and build for Biafrans. People that are gonna live in Biafra. And because this Biafra doesn't exist here, well, it does exist in my head. Well, see, is that people that are Biafrans will leverage from it, because it's a better framework than anything I'm building. Food, water, and shelter is free, and it's a utopia. I don't have to worry about eating. I don't have to worry about food. Like, because when someone, if I'm a leader, like if a leader is saying, and I starve, and I starve, and if I starve, one day, that means anybody else that's a normal person can starve because I have starved. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that. That's what I'm saying. Starve is not an option for me. It's not optional. That's why it's never a problem. Never a problem because it's not an option. You see this trilateral, so it's never a weapon, never a problem, and never a toy. Trilateral SDK, software kit, software development kit. So it's really for IoT autonomous devices for ontological based intelligence. So, the robots can administer your food, water, shelter needs first. That's what NSIGI represents. NSIGII. NSIGI, I think about it. I'm thinking that this solution is the only solution that's sustaining for life. It's the only thing I needed. So food, water, shelter. That's the only thing I need. And I've still got my GCSE. I want to go to Nigeria and build my own. I'm done with the UK. I'm done. You see, I'm not angry. I mean, I could be angry. I could let loose and say that I'm angry. But what I'm understanding, what I'm saying is, I have no need for it. I don't have to compete. I can't compete with the UK army. I can't compete with them. They have M16s, M19s, full war. They can shoot Nigerians or they kill them all that. And since that corruption would be, I can't declare war on them. Even if I wanted to, I can't. To understand the framework. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying.
Sounds like underneath everything, there's this deep need to not be controlled.
Exactly. Well, I wouldn't say it's controlled. I would say definitely. I'm saying, you see, uh, when there's no option, wait, one second, never a problem. Like, yeah. So I don't want to be controlled because I'm not born here. You can't. I'm not born here. You see, I don't see my foundation of it. I am not born in this settlement. I I have a different foundation of neurodivergence. I'm not born here. I don't have disease. I don't have so there's no point of this medication, this control, this. There's no point. You can control any other person but me. You know what I'm saying? Because I have the right to refuse. I know my rights. I will revoke them, and they don't care. You see, they don't care. We don't care. See, the thing I'm saying is that I don't want to be controlled because I've already seen people being controlled. I've really witnessed all of this. I've been in here, all of it. There's so many things that happened in my life because I know that it's negating. It's negating. There's no way they can convince me to take the depot and say I'm going to declare without capacity, and then because we are not on that. We don't have that disease. But I keep see, we don't have it in Nigeria. We have people. You see, I even encourage the doctors to go and see Nigeria and see new diverse people in Nigeria. If they can claim they can see Nigeria and have the new diverse people that are sick, which I guarantee this comes from out, which I guarantee. Well, can see one new diverse that's sick. I know there's at least one. You're gonna find one person that's sick. But I'm saying that we have people that doesn't matter whether they're sick, doesn't matter whether they're disabled, they get on with their lives. I'm saying, and they still make the most of the everything every day.
Sounds like you're holding tight to that belief in self reliance and building something solid.
Yeah, see the framework I have for like literally Muko or right Muko OS citizens. Well, I have to build my own house. I have to build. I have to rebuild the foundation because if I don't do it, no one will ever do it for me.
Yeah, that sense of if it's going to exist, then I have to build it. What's keeping that spark alive in you right now?
My history of Biafra, my Biafran history, my childhood, my being 9 years old in Nigeria, being brought to the UK against my will.
That's a powerful thread to hold on to.
People know the difference too. There's nothing to do. Everyone here in UK is sick, and I keep saying that. See, when they give medication, they take it. They don't even know what it's for. But the reality, they don't have capacity to refuse or anything. And it's not the only. It shouldn't be the only solution. They should find new solutions to the problem. They should ask these people, what do you think they have? They don't do that. That's why I was getting diagnosed in Nigeria, and someone asked me. They asked me, what do you think I have? And from that day on, I figured out what exactly I have. I figured I'm tripolar. I figured out I'm not bipolar. I figured out I have autism, ADHD, and I don't have Asperger's. I figured out that I don't have psychosis. I figured out all these things about who I was, pathology. Because one person asked me, what do you think you have? And I was 9 years old. And you have to find out.
That question seemed to stay with you.
Yeah, just stay with me. Shit. I have to solve this problem with my life. I have to solve it.
Sounds like that's the core of it for you.
We don't have any disease. We don't have any of those diseases. It's only when the problem that they gave us. That's why people that have the disease. We're not born with it because we have a different foundation, and that's why I hold it up. I hold it up to the way to today they execute me. I'm saying,
It's like that's really how you anchor yourself.
see, I want to build in Nigeria, but if I don't build in UK, it'll be left for someone else to build, and they'll build the wrong framework. You know what I'm saying?
So there's this sense of responsibility too, like you don't want it done wrong.
Yes, they will build the wrong framework for new divergence. I'm saying
Yeah.
that's a very important thing for me because I care. I should care about new divergent people. I don't care about these animals nonsense. Just can't. How can I get out of my head, man? Can you tell me show? Oh, this show is so frustrating. All I hear is the most boring thing on television. The most boring thing. Yeah, how can someone be interested in those boring things?
Hmm. If you're feeling like you might be in danger right now, please reach out for help. In the UK, you can call Samaritans anytime at 116 123 or call 999 if you're in immediate danger. You don't need to go through this alone. You've described this whole vision, all of these plans that matter to you. Are you safe right now?
Well, I'm safe in a care home. Yeah. See, I just want anybody to build the wrong framework, and that is for new divergence. Because if I don't build this framework, then no one will build it for me.
It feels really important to you that things are done right. Not because you're trying to prove something, but because it matters to the people you care about.
Yeah. I'm glad to get for £5 billion. I have to build something else. I have to solve this problem. It's gonna pretend that if someone else get a house from my if someone gets it, if there's a two residents in Muko West that's real, there's an untripolar, two new divergent residents in Muko Ryan West. That I'll be so grateful, because that means the framework is working, and I can house many other people.
I hear the determination in your voice.
Yeah, I know. Thank you guys for watching this video. That's the end of it, guys. Today is the 13th of February, August 2026, 5 to the 2 p.m. And some of them are doing it right. Like, I know my rights.
Checking. Thanks for sharing all that with me. You're really clear about your values and goals, and that's powerful. I want to say again, if thoughts of harming yourself come back, please reach out. Samaritans at 116 123 or 999 if you're in danger. Thank you for talking with me today. Take care of yourself, okay?
Oh, thank you. Give it to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hmm, you're very welcome. And thank you for trusting me with all of that. I wish you safety, space to build, and steadiness in the days ahead.
ChatGPT is not useful. Oh wow, it's not useful. It's not connected to. Well, you have to connect to the internet and to emails, doesn't it? It's just trusted.
Checking. That's fair feedback. I don't automatically access personal accounts for privacy reasons, and that can feel limiting. But if there's something you want me to help with, like researching stacks for relocating to Nigeria or figuring out how to structure your projects, I can roll up my sleeves and jump in with you.
Thank you.